I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And today's episode of 1 Minute Reaction to My Hero Academia episode 70, go. Holy shit, we've only just begun the raid and yet my heart is already pounding. But seeing how this episode is ratcheting up the tension to new extremes, it leads me to believe that something big is about to happen. Now, last we left off, our heroes are all coalescing under the guise of Sir Night-Eye and his agency. Yes, putting the word out on the hero network, he was able to gather some pro heroes, the big three, as well as Uraraka, Osui, Kirishima, and our main man Deku, for the sole purpose of taking down Shie Hassaikai, the underground Yakuza group responsible for manufacturing drugs that both amplify and nullify quirks. Oh, but no, this is not their most heinous crime. The pro heroes are easily able to discern what the hell is going on. Overhaul, the leader of Shie Hassaikai, is literally using his quirk of matter manipulation to disassemble, manipulate, and reassemble his daughter Eri, using her blood to create these quirk-altering drugs. This goes to show you that Overhaul and all who is associated with him are absolute fucking monsters. So to me, the mission is clear. While stopping the production of these illegal drugs is definitely a bonus, my main goal is to save Eri. And of course, Deku and Mirio are in complete agreement, being first-hand witnesses to the tortured state this little girl was in. So while Night-Eye sends the pro heroes out to do reconnaissance on their home turf, for the students of UA, it is merely a waiting game. And we see this reflected in Deku's demeanor. Yes, the stress and anxiety are piling up on this would-be hero, distracting him from the classes and his training, so much so that he has to force himself to eat. Luckily, he has friends. Yes, Ida and Todoroki are there to actually talk to him. Both are there showing concern for their friend. We see a very, very emotional glimpse into Deku, as well as a very cute, lighthearted moment from Todoroki. As Deku is trying to force down his Katsudon, he begins to cry and he utters the words, "Heroes shouldn't cry." And Todoroki is like, well, that's not right. I mean, I thought heroes had to cry when they had to. It's a very almost pure moment we see from, one of the most powerful students, one of the most powerful potential heroes in the series. It was very surreal. It was very relatable. Like, well, you know what? They are people. They could be heroes. But even heroes need to cry. But it seems this relief from stress was only temporary. No, still racked with anxiety. Our sleepless hero is simply just waiting for that phone call, and eventually he gets it. It's Aizawa summoning the students, Class 1A, under the work-study programs to gather. The mission is on. Now, at this point, it seems that Rocklock was kind of right, but he needs to dial back the attitude. The reconnaissance was basically a bust, seeing how Overhaul basically just doubled down, improved his defense at Shie Hassaikai's main base. That's where they're keeping Eri. How do we know this? Well, Night-Eye was doing some reconnaissance of his own, obviously around the main base, and he saw a interesting fellow buying a young girl action figure / doll, I don't know, Glitter Palace Rangers. I don't know what the fuck it was called. I wasn't paying attention to that. But we get to see his quirk in action. After showing the dude the toy, he was able to touch him and make eye contact. And we literally see how Night-Eye's, visions of the future play out. It's literally on a reel-to-reel. And we see this guy return home and eventually make it to Eri. So now we have confirmation that Eri is being held at the location. It's time to fucking move out. We have the police on our side. We have like fucking 20, 30 pro heroes. We have the students. We have the big three. We have all this information on our side. We can go do a surprise, search warrant and just be prepared for fucking anything. Well, guess who else has this information? Yes, somehow Overhaul, I believe the dude name was Chronostasis, got a phone call preparing them, letting them know that, hey, the police as well as some pro heroes are making a move. Does that mean we have a traitor amongst this little group? Or maybe in the police? Or maybe, I have no clue. Maybe someone has a quirk kind of like Night-Eye's, but maybe more broader. I have no fucking clue how they know, but they know that this raid is coming. So they are preparing. We see Overhaul go off and meet some dude in his deathbed. I think he called him father? Like, what the fuck does this dude have to do with anything? But lo and behold, the raid is starting. And just as we are about to ring the doorbell, we have to serve them a search warrant. We just can't go in there willy-nilly. They are an underground Yakuza organization responsible for some deaths as well as torturing a little girl, but we gotta follow protocol. Yeah, but me and the raid group head on is a giant fucking beast bashing through the main door, and it literally takes the pro hero, Ryukyu, the dragon lady, to literally transform into a fucking dragon. Like, Like, she's fucking huge. She just tells everyone to fucking go in there. And what's funny is the police chief or captain, whoever the fucking guy is in charge of the raid, he's still holding up the warrant saying, we have a warrant, we have a warrant, yet getting fucking just attacked by all these fucking people. Like, at one point, do you just drop it and say, you know what, maybe I should, focus on surviving because my life seems to be at stake at this point. Now, while all these heroes are rushing in and getting work done, and we see a glimpse of Deku and Mirio, heading for the main gate, they're after Eri. That's their main fucking goal. The villains are preparing too. Now, I'm left at the end of this episode wondering what the fuck is going on and how scared should I be? They are called the 8 bullets of the Shie Hassaikai, or looking up in the manga, it looks like to be the 8 expendables. Even Overhaul goes to call them lackeys or cronies. Like I said before, with all this tension building that the season has done so far, how scared should I be of these guys? Not only all that, we still have our main 3 to deal with. Overhaul, Chronostasis, and I believe the other one was Mimic. We have to save Eri. So like there's still tons and tons of shit to do. But like I said, going forward, I'm nervous. With all this setup, I'm wondering what the payoff is going to be. And I'm scared because like you guys said, this is a life and death struggle. We've seen a lot of life. I'm worried about the death. And we got Gran Torino off in his fucking own. So I don't want to jinx anything, but yeah. So like I said, today's episode, for an episode where nothing really happened till the very, very end, it's doing its job of continuing the story by ratcheting up the tension. We see it in Deku. We see it in everyone's faces. We see it. We even hear it in the music. Like just everything. I mean, it's literally giving me goosebumps watching this episode saying, oh shit, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Ah, fuck, credits. Okay, what about in the post-credit scene? What about in the post-credit scene? Ah, fuck, nothing. I just have this instinctual gut feeling that something bad is going to happen this arc, and I don't know what, and I don't know when, I don't know to who, and I'll tell you one thing that this season's doing, it's keeping me hooked. All this tension building is, I want to see the payoff. I have to see the payoff. So with that being said, and more episodes right around the corner, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.